Welcome to Court Helicopter Explainer. We have been overwhelmed by over 5,000 requests to revert back to the question of land ownership. The question about land, chapter 300, is a serious issue that every Kenyan dreams of having land. Women who never had land now have land. So the question is, what document do you have to show that you have land? We'll start with the share certificate. Do you have a share certificate? A certificate you have been given by Nyakinywa Land Holding, you have been given by Embakasi Ranching Home, you have been given by Harambe Sacco. Do you have a share certificate? Is that a title to land? Can you say, my land, I have a title because I have a share certificate? What does the law say? But please don't panic. Don't get an heart attack, because this is bad news to you. A share certificate is not a title to land. What you have called a share certificate is showing the amount of shares you own in that company. If it is Nyakinywa buying a land company, it is the shares you own in that company. It does not confer you a title deed. That is a paper. You can't take it to court saying, this is my title deed. So when you have seen these land companies advertising land for sale, share certificate available instantly, that is a fluke. That share certificate, that certificate they'll give you is not a title to any land. It only shows that you own shares in that company. And that is why the company can show you your land is here. Tomorrow they bring Vivian, give her the same land. You go to complain. The company says, we have decided we will allocate you there. There is no title by holding a share certificate. Number two, there is a document called a letter of allotment. Do you have a letter of allotment? And you're walking around saying, I can sell this land because I have a letter of allotment. Have you bought land from somebody who has been given a letter of allotment? Let me explain how a letter of allotment comes. Any land owned by the county government or markets in Kenya, everywhere you see a market, shops are built, those lands don't have title deeds. Those lands, the people who have those lands in any shopping center in Kenya have what is called a letter of allotment. Any type of land given by the Nairobi County government, you will be allotted land. You will be given a letter of allotment. That letter of allotment is not a title deed. You can't sell that land because the land still belongs to the county government of Busia, to the county government of Nairobi, to the national government of Kenya, to any public body. They will give you an allotment. They can revoke that allotment anytime. So you cannot buy a property that somebody has an allotment, you are being cheated to buy. You can only go back to the county government. The county government will reallocate that allotment letter to you. Many Kenyans, especially those in abroad, have been conned that I, Dan Sanomari, I have land by virtue, I have a letter of allotment. If you see the letter of allotment, there are some conditions somebody has been given to comply with. And among the conditions is that that land retains. He is allocated after paying a certain amount of money, and the county government or the national government can take that land. So stop going to court arguing that this land belongs to me. All cases that have gone to court, the courts have upheld that a letter of allotment is not a title deed, where you can now go and say, this is my land. Third, if now we have said a share certificate is not title, we have said an allotment letter is not title, what are the legal documents for ownership of land? There are only 3 documents that show that you are the owner of the land. Number 1, what used to be called a title deed. There is no more anything called a title deed. It is now called a certificate of title. It is not called a title deed. A certificate of title is on this particular land that is called a freehold. A freehold land is land where you can bury somebody. Is your land forever. These are lands in rural areas. These are lands where you can dig a toilet, you don't pay rates. This is land outside the municipality, land outside the urban centers, land outside the cities. That is freehold land, your own land. And this land, you can be allowed, nobody bothers how you do this land. The second document is on what is called a certificate of lease. What used to be called a lease is now called the certificate of lease. This is land that you have been issued, you have been allocated by one. The land falls within a city. There's nobody who has a certificate of title in Nairobi. All of them have a certificate of lease. How do you know that? The county government will give you a document saying we have given you a lease of 99 years. Any land you buy in Nairobi, any land you buy within any municipal, the county headquarters, that is called the urban centers, that land you get a certificate of lease for a limited duration. Previously, the leases were 999 years. Today, the new constitution reduced the leases to 99 years. So when you buy land in Nairobi, check whether the lease has expired. Whether the remainder of the lease, the person selling you was given 99 years, he has used 70 years, there are remaining 19 years, or he has used 90 years, he is selling you a lease remainder of 9 years. After 9 years, the county government repossesses the land. There is an application, there is a provision that you can seek renewal of the lease, but it is not guaranteed that your lease will be renewed. So that is the second document. You can take it to the bank, you'll be given money. You can take it anywhere, you can be given money. If somebody is arrested, you can take the certificate of title, or you can take the certificate of lease to a court and that will be the surety that will be taken by the court. The third and last document to show that you are the owner of the land is what is called the sectional, that is the sectional title deed. The sectional title deed. This is a title for apartments. All the apartments that you see, 10 floors, 20 floors, 30 floors, those apartments, you'll see one building going up and there are 100 apartments there. Each apartment will be issued with a sectional property deed title. That is complete ownership of a property. So if the apartments or the villas are 100, those are 100 titles that will be issued to each person. That title, you take it to the bank, you get money with it. You take it to court, it will be a surety to release somebody. Any other document which we have said called a share certificate, called an allotment letter, called a letter saying this is the so and so, any letter from the chief that the chief has written that you are the owner of this land, there is nothing like that. Court Helicopter Explainer brings it to you on the question of land. We have said 5,000 comments were raised. We deal with the question of the documents for ownership. Keep watching, because we are now going to deal with transactional documents. What are the documents that are required to transact and transfer land to yourself? Did you go through those stages or you didn't? If you didn't go through those stages, the paper you have is not a certificate of title. It is a forgery. Wakili Dan Stanomari, bringing it as live as it is.